こんにちは、チャートマスターの根崎ゆきです。5月9日木曜日のセッションリーグアップ取っていきたいと思います。よろしくお願いいたします。それでは始めていきましょう。今日は、スコットのやつを1回録画してからもう1回、上から撮っているので、2回やってるんですね。なのでちょっと画像を2回変換しているので、少しやっぱり画像が荒くなってしまうんですけども、ちょっと試しにやってみたいと思います。それでは始めていきましょう。よろしくお願いします。
We are doing a recording for our live room subscribers, but as a demo trader, you don't have access to that recording. All right, so you'll pay attention on the currency you decide you trade. You need to watch it. Mark down the numbers that we're looking at. All right. So on the euro, we went right to target. Wonder if they knew where the target was. What do you think? Do you think they knew where the target was? This is why we're target traders. We can identify the target. That was the opportunity yesterday. And there is where we said, if you break, hook, and go here, this is what you want to do. There's the break, there's the hook, and the go. All right.
ユーロドルですね。ユーロドルは昨日ブレイクフック&ゴーで買っていきたいねっていう話でした。なのでここから買いでしたよね。で、その後今ここ抜けてったら買いですよねと。
So, some of you made that trade. Did anybody make the euro trade from yesterday's session recap? Anybody? Donna, no? Okay. Solomon, yes? How do you do, Solomon? Yeah, that's what it is. 37, Rick. Nice job, Rick. Way to go, Rick. All right, good job. There you go. 41, Jake. Nice job. Anybody else? 67 for Solomon. Way to go, Solomon. Woohoo! You smoked it, buddy. Nice job. The wisdom of Solomon. 67 tips.
今みんなこれどんくらい取ったっていう話をしてて、37ピップ、47ピップ、67ピップみたいな感じで、みんな取れてるねって、ふふーって言ってましたね。
Okay, Herman. Alright, so what we got now? Let's take it up to the 240 and take a look at what we got. Alright, so you can see that we got a top up here. Alright, right up here. Alright, if we break this up here, we're going to slam right into 3200. It's got an option contract on it. So that is up to 52. That'll be about 60. If you get the break, hook, and go. Nice, Herman. Ready to go. Alright. So, that's a real opportunity there. We like it. Alright, take this off. Take this, that was the wedge that we were in yesterday. Remember, it said, break the wedge. You want to looking for this trade. Well, they broke the wedge. So there was the wide open space. Can everybody see how easy it was to figure that trade out? Alright. Herman, where's the next target? You tell me. Look at that chart and tell me where the next target is. I'm doing that pink line. That's at 32.52. That's a day chart top. Or the yellow way up there, but it's going to be hard to get through that day chart. Yeah. Well, that's the opportunity now that's waiting for it. That was the opportunity this morning. There was. Who mentioned in the session recap yesterday, got that. Nice job, everybody. Or we could hit the top of the trend, sure. Alright, so that's where we're going on that one. British pound, we anticipated this breakout, we got it. We missed this trade this morning because we were too busy answering questions during the time going through there. So we have to watch that in the future, folks. I mean,
ポンドドルです。ポンドドルです。ポンドルは、上がってきましたよねと。このブレイクアウト見てました。でも私たち朝見逃してしまいましたよねと。Too busy to answer the question. もう質問がたくさん来てて、それに答えるのに忙しくて、逃してしまいましたよと。どうやら PA 本部も会員さんが増えているようですね。結構知らない名前がいっぱいあったので、増えてるんですね。その人たちの質問がいっぱいあったので、見逃してしまいましたよと。いうことを言ってて、仕方ないよねみたいなことを言ってますね。
That would have been, all of you would have been able to put 50 pips in your pocket because we identified the trade.
まあ、50ピップあなたのポケットに入る予定でしたけど、まあ仕方ないですねと。
Right? But we didn't watch it at the time. We were answering questions. So, just a heads up, if you can hold your question, get done with the charts, I'll answer them. We missed 50 pips today we could have taken in. Right?
なのでちょっとスコットが注意していて、なので皆さん質問をホールドしておいてください。質問には絶対答えますので、ウェブセミナー終わるまで、もしくはこのセッションリーキャップまで、質問をホールドしてくださいってことを言ってますね。ちょっと待っててくださいと。まあ、そしたら50ピップ取れてたのに取れなかったですよねと。
Heyman in from 5,500. That's a great trade. Nice job, Heyman. So Heyman's up 70 pips or so. 72 for Jake. Nice job, Jake. Way to go.
ジェイクとかハーマンさんは70ピップ以上今勝ってますよねとやってるわけですね。
Alright, so we anticipated that this was going to be a breakout, and guess what? It was. Alright, so if you remember yesterday, we were showing this down, found the 3 lines, thanks to Anil, found the 3 lines, said nope, we're not going to trade it, it's going back up, and sure enough, it went back up and broke out to the upside. Alright, so now what do we got? We can take that off. Now we got a day chart trend, that's this bottom line, and we got this 240-minute trend working right now. So we'll take it up to here, over to here, and what's our first step when we do that? After we get it, is see that they know where the heart line is. There's the heart line, that's the middle line, so yes they have. Alright, so now we got to square this up. Everybody see, we need a square up here. Alright, so what are we going to do? We're going to come back down. Where are we going to go? Oops, sorry. Where will we be interested in the end? Alright, this is a tough top here.
まあトレンドラインがあって、ハートライン真ん中の線すごく使われてますよねと。で今止まってますよねと。
You can see.
でここレジスタンスすごい強いところがありますと。
That's a tough top. This is a tough line right here. So if you don't have a line on there, you don't know why. You don't know that. Yeah, all these wicks to the top are the problem. So where's the safe trade? It's either a pullback down into here and a go, or the real trade's not until up here.
でじゃあ安全なセーフトレードっていうのはどこかっていうと、今プルバックしてきて跳ね返ってここまで取る、もしくはこの上ですよね、ここっていうのが安全ですよねっていうことを言ってます。
Why? Because there's just no space here. There's only 20 pips here. There's only 15 pips there. All right? There's no room here, folks. All right? In here. So we're going to have to wait for the pullback. All right? Now, so let's take the fibs off here and find that place. Where would that happen? All right? So we take the swing low to the swing high. All right? Where's the most opportune place to go? All right? Well, we can see they need to square this candle up right here, right at the 382. All right? They have to square that candle up. So down to the 382 and a bounce would then give us this opportunity here. All right? So we'll look for that one. Pull back down and go to 382. All right? You put a trade in there, you look for real estate at the time. Larry, you need to use the link on our website. We don't get paid for that, but you can get a rebate if you use the link on our website. If you don't use that and you go to FXDD, you're all on your own. Has nothing to do with that. See? Has nothing to do with Thursday or whatever. It has to do with getting a rebate later on when you start trading and making some good money. You want a rebate. So use the link on our site. So the free charts under subscribe. That's the only link you want to use. Right. We don't get paid for that. The rebate goes to you. It's an agreement we have with Compass FX and with FXDD. So that's what we'll look for there, folks. All right. CAD went to almost to the first target and pulling up. All right. So what is our job now? Break even. You got to go to break even. All right.
ドルカナダです。ドルカナダはもうすぐターゲットですけども、まあ今何でしょうか。ブレイクイーブンまでストップ下げましょうねと。
I got in at 40. All right. And we went down to 17. All right, is this trade over with? I don't know. Could be. Well, I got to protect. What I got to do? Protect myself. So I go to break even on the CAD. That's it. Then you're sitting and you're going down to 99.
なので、まあストップ下げてプラスマイナスゼロ、この青ですよね。この青い線でストップが今ここなんで赤い線なんでプロテクトマイセルフ。自分のストップを守ってでこの緑のところターゲットまで sit on it、じっと待ってましょうってことですね。
99.89
99.89 9989までですね。
Alright. So, Swissy. So let's see if we can break this bottom. All right, and they're testing breaking this bottom, as you can see. There's a support line right here and a support line right here. Breaking that, these targets have all been taken out all the way down here, all the way down here. The next target is the day chart bottom right there, folks. Okay. Moving our this one, this one, this one, this one. So what should you do this afternoon? Go put the lines on your charts. All right. Target is the day chart bottom at 92.37 on the break of the 93.36.
ドルフラン抜けてきたら一つ目二つ目っていうふうに取っていきたいよねと。
All right. Dollar yen, until they square up here, there's nothing to do. We're waiting for them to square up. They keep reaching down and trying to do it. They got to get down to this white line here. Once they get here, we'll look for the bounce back to the upside.
ドル円は今スクエアアップしてくるのを待っています。まあほとんどしてるんですけど、この HSI の白い線まで来て跳ね返るのを待っていますと。
Now, you can all see we're in a giant wedge here.
で今ジャイアントウェッジ、すごく大きなウェッジの中にありますと。
Alright, so I would not trade this.
I will not trade this. まあ私はトレードしないですねと。
What I would do is I would wait for this to happen and then I would go trade something else. Right? It is absolutely the
なので他の通貨ペアやっててこれブレイクするのを待ってたいと思います。
Wilford, by the way, I did send you. I did call you yesterday and left a message on your phone, and I did send you an email. So if you could respond, that would be great. All right. So I would not trade the dollar yen because we're in a wedge. All right, it is a big wedge, yes, but still there are too many yen crosses that we trade that we could trade without trading that dollar yen in a wedge. So watch for it. When it bounces, you know you're going to get a big move on the EJ and the GJ. All right, thanks, Herman. All right, Aussie dollar. I'm not interested in this Aussie dollar until we get up to the top. Now they sold dollars all day today. So what should have happened with the Aussie? Which way should they have gone? They sold dollars. Which way should the Aussie have gone? Up. Did it go up? Yeah, it should go, and it didn't go up. So what does that tell you? They're wanting to go down. That's because they're wanting to go down. Right?
で、今日はドルが売られましたと。まあ僕たちにとって昨日の、夜ですね。ドルが売られました。ということは、オージーはどうなりますか？アップですね。動き、上に行きますよね。でも今上に行ったかっていうと、そんなに行ってないですよね。ドーンって行ってない。つまりどういうことか。OG ドルが今下に下がりたがってるわけですよね。ということが見て取れますと。
Continue this movement to the downside. Right? So the place to take this is back up when they square up this candle.
なのでこのキャンドルをスクエアップしてきたらもう売っていきたいよねと。
Not this candle up. So when you get back up to here, that's the place to take it. Right? That's why we have an arrow over here.
なのでここに売りの矢印出してますよね。売るなんていうんですかこれ目印をつけてますよね。なので跳ね返ってきてスクエアップしてきて跳ね返ったらこの下の HSI トレンドラインチャンネルラインまで売っていきたいよねと。
Right. I got an alert on this line telling me when it hits there, alert me so that I know to come in here and look and see if I might get a trade to the downside. Because from here it's 1, 2, 3, almost 4 T30s, 120 pips on the Aussie. That's right. Well, this is obviously in a downtrend, Herman. You can see that. It's in a downtrend, making lower highs and lower lows. They don't have to do what they're doing. As you can see, they don't have to do what the other ones are doing. They're not. See? So they're telling you, we want to go down. We do not want to go up. But they can't find enough sellers to do it here. Why can't they find enough sellers? Because there's no space to the trend line. So what do they got to do? Ultimately, they're going to have to take it up here. The market maker's going to have to take it up here to get some space to get this trend line. So that's why we don't take it here. We've got to wait for it to come up here. See? We're not going to take it here. We're going to wait for it to come up. When it gets up here, then we're interested. Not ready to take it here. We won't take it here at all. All right? Euro yen. Euro yen is working a channel. All right? So this is a good trade. A lot of you are in this trade. I'm in this trade. All right? What is our job to do? You can see these bottoms down here. Your stop needs to be here right now. Yeah, but I'm up in profit 12 pips. Move your stop to here. Wait for it to come down to the trend line and go. Now, it might not do that. It may go straight across today.
ユーロ円ですね。チャンネルラインの下まで来て跳ね返ったら買っていきたいね。でもまあ今日はもうずっとこの横ばいの動きかもしれませんよねと。
In which case, when you see it doing that, then you can move your stop up here and sit on it for the target, which is the initial target is right there. Let's go to the 240. All right. And where's the big opportunity? Can everybody see this big opportunity here?
ここすごく大きいですよね。これユーロ円240分です。すごく、スコットのチャートすごく綺麗ですよね。HSI2 本と、白いの下から引いてますけど、あとチャンネルと、で、ちっちゃい、チャンネル引いてますよね。すごく綺麗ですよね。で、ここすごい強いですよね、このターゲット。これ抜けてきたら、ここ大きいよねっていうことを言っています。
Woo! So what we got to take out this top. Right? So if we do get this trade on, and for some reason because the EJ can do it, it pulls up, hooks, and goes. Do not miss this trade.
Do not miss this trade って言ってますよね。もう somehow、もしかしたらユーロ円っていうのはこうボンって上がってブレイクフック&ゴーでいきなりこう来るかもしれないですから、いきなり上がっていくかもしれないので絶対ここはミスしたくないですよねと言ってます。
That's all. Do not miss that trade. That's a huge, huge trade. So moving that up here, we're going to take that trade to the upside. All right. Pound yen moved up today. Some of you got this trade. Nice job. You can see they need to square up here. Right in here at the 214. We're going to look for the bounce from the 214 up to there. All right. We're in the fifth wave, so we know that this is the real target of the fifth wave. All right. So pull this up to the 214. We're interested there. Could it come down lower? Yeah. If it comes down lower and bounces, take it. There's more profit to the upside. So we're going to take it at the 214, which is at 153.62. I don't mean take it. I mean you're going to look for your trade. It depends on the real estate at the time. But that's where you're going to look for it. All right? And we're looking for the initial target is 154.62. Right? New Zealand. All right?
今ポンドやってたんですけど、同じですね。ちょっと戻りますね。戻っていくと、同じくこれユーロ円なんですけど、ちょっと待ってください。ポンド円これですね。ブレイクじゃなくてリトレースして、バウンスして跳ね返ってきたら買ってきたよねっていうことを言っていました。
So we know that this is the real target of the fifth wave. So pull this up to the 214. We're interested there. Could it come down lower? Yeah. If it comes down lower and bounces, take it. It's more.
でもっと下まで来るかもしれないよねっていうことを言ってました。
Profit to the upside. So we're going to take it at the 214, which is at 153.62. I don't mean take it. I mean you're going to look for your trade. It depends on the real estate at the time. But that's where you're going to look for it. All right? And we're looking for the initial target is 154.62. All right? New Zealand. All right? New Zealand continues to the downside. All right?
キウイドルですね。下に行く動きが続いてますと。
They sold dollars today. What should the New Zealand have done? Going up or down? They sold dollars. Should have gone up, right? Did it go up? No, it went sideways. All right, so that means they're not wanting to go up, they're wanting to go down.
キウイドル、ドルですよね。ドルが売られましたよね、今日。さっきのオージーと一緒です。ということは、つまりキウイはどうなるでしょう。キウイは上がるべきですよね。じゃあ上がりましたかっていうと、横ばいですよね。つまり、キウイドルは下がりたがっているというわけです。なので、売りで見ていきましょうよねと。
So where's our trade? Right there. See that? Your job is to figure it out.
なので、ここですよね。ここを狙っていきたい。あなたの仕事っていうのはこういうことを見つけることですよねと。それだけですと。
And wait for that to happen.
で、それを待つのみです。それが起こるのを待つことだけがあなたの仕事ですと。
Yeah, but I've got a candle, man. I've got a mid candle. I want to take it. Listen, what traders want to do, retail traders, especially newbies, they want to push the button.
でも、だってキャンドルが動いてるじゃないかっていうことになりますよね。だって値動きがあるんだもん。値が動いてるんだもん。っていうことになっちゃって、初心者とか勝てない人たちっていうのは何をしたいかっていうと、もうボタンを押したがる。クリックしたい。エントリーしたがるわけですよね。で、これ今のはよくスコット流しますよね。Wide Open Spaces っていうのと、今のプッシュボタンっていうのをよく流しますけど、Why you push the button? You push the button because you told me to push the button. なんでボタンを押したの？あんたがボタンを押せって言ったからじゃないか。いやいや押してないよ、言ってないよみたいなのをなんか多分サウスパークとかの漫画ですけども、どっかであったんでしょうね。なのでつまりそんなすぐエントリーする、いつもエントリーする必要ないし、ボタンをそんなクリックすればいいってもんじゃないよっていうことを言ってます。
Don't push the button.
Don't push the button. ボタンを押すなよと。
Alright. Now, pole ownership, it doesn't go up. Exactly right. Now, if they can't find enough sellers here, they're going to have to come up. Where could they come up to? All the way up here where they have to square the candle up.
で、どこまで上がってくるかなっていうところのスクワップキャンドルありますよね。ここまで戻ってきたら売りたいよねと。
So a move to the upside is not a buy, folks. It's a move to find sellers, which gives you more profit to the downside.
なので、これ上がってきたら買いじゃないんですよね、皆さんと。これは買いってことじゃなくて、売り手を見つけるために上がってきているだけで、そこから売ればもっとたくさん利益を得られますよと。
You've already taken this target out. That was our target from yesterday, right there. Many traders made that trade, made 45, 50 pips right there.
皆さんこれ取りましたよね、45ピップ。昨日取りましたよね、取れましたよねと。
So we got left. This move down here, which is all the way down to the S5, but we're going to have to move our stop at the 83.25, again at the 83.16, and again at the 83 even.
で、じゃあ次のターゲットどこかって言ったらこの R5 ですよね。で、その間にこの8325、8316でストップ下げていきたいですよねと。
Alright, Aussie yen. I'm not interested in the Aussie yen because I don't know what it is. It's inside a wedge, as you can see, big wedge right here. Alright, the wedge says we're either going to break out and go down, or we're going to have to come all the way across here, break out and go up. Alright, which is it? I don't know yet, so I stay out of the Aussie yen. But if it does break to the downside, which I would like it to, because I am out of this uptrend potentially, I would trade it down to 99.42.
オージーはちょっとよくわかんないですよねと。で、まあブレイクフッカーの5で下下がってくるかもしれないし、上に抜けたら上がるかもしれない。ちょっとよくわかんない。やりたくないよねと。
But that's a real iffy trade. I'd kind of walk away from that one. There's too many opportunities elsewhere. Alright, Euro pound came down. It's squared up. It's now pulled back up here into the channel and pulling back down to square up this candle. So let's see, they had to square up this candle. So what do? They squared up the candle. Alright, if it pulls back up into here, what are we going to do? We're going to buy it again. Alright, and we're going to alright.
まあ今ユーロポンドなんですけど、スクエアアップしてきてましたよねと、キャンドル。なので、まあ下の方ですね、ちょっと戻しましょうか。このキャンドルですね、この緑のキャンドルスクエアアップしてきたので、じゃあ次何するか買えばいいですよねっていうことを言ってますね。で、まあこことここっていうのを取っていきたいよねと。で、デイチャートのトレンドダウンでありますよね。まあ100ピップありますよと。
So, you take a buy, you're going to take it, and above here you're going to take a buy into that big area here. So, we've got a buy right where we're at, and we need one more up here, which is above here. Alright, so looking for the trade again. That's all you can do. Alright, Euro Aussie. We have divergence in the Euro Aussie, so it may be over. Alright, so
ユーロオージーですね。
be aware they need to square this candle up all the way down to here. So if they come down and square and bounce, you're going to take the trade. But be careful here because if you have divergence, this thing could keep on going down and down and down and down and down. So right in here is where you got to watch for it.
まあダイバージェンス起こってますよね。こう上げてるのに下げてる。で、スクエアアップキャンドルあるんですけど、ここで跳ね返って買いたいんですけど、ダイバージェンスだとこれ下がってきちゃうんで、それだけ気をつけなくちゃいけませんと。
Alright, so it's right around the 2900 area. Around 2900 down to 2985, so right in here you're going to watch for it. If they do this, if they square it up and then bounce, you want the trade. If they square it up and keep going, you don't want to be in the trade. Alright, alright, we're too close to that. Take that trade. Alright, we're 39, that's at 75. It's 35 pips. Alright. So, you know, if it goes sideways here, if it does one of these, it's only got 35 pips, but it may be a worthwhile trade. Why? Because you can stop it so tight. If it goes sideways, you only need about a 12 pip stop here. You risk 12 for 35, that's a good trade.
ストップ12に対して、35ピップ取れるのでね、いいですよねと。
Alright. So, if it goes sideways, watch for that.
なので横ばいになったら見ておきたいですよねと。
We know what it's going to do? We don't have a clue what it's going to do. Alright. EuroCAD until we get what's happening here. Here we go. Alright, we're in a wedge on the EuroCAD.
ユーロカナダですね、ユーロカナダ。すごい綺麗ですよね、チャンネルラインと。上の線がこれ、白いチャンネルラインの真ん中の線になってます。すごい綺麗なチャートですよね、スコットのって、本当に。で、今、ウェッジにあって上に抜けたら買っていきたいよねと。
See that? We need to break to the north, or we need to come back down into the old trend, and then come down here, and then down there.
で、下に抜けてきたら、この古い青いトレンドラインの中に入ってきて、 青いターゲット、そしてピンクのデイチャートの、サポートを狙っていきますよねと。
So right now they've broken this thing out. 1, 2, 3 is the fourth breakout that was unsuccessful, and every time they came back down.
で今まで1回、2回、3回、4回こう突き抜けてるんですけど、上にブレイクしてるんですけど、失敗に終わってもう1回戻ってきてますよねと。
Down, came back down. All right, so we've got to be prepared for both of them, and that's exactly why it's in a wedge.
でなのでどっちに行くか、両方ともに準備しておきたいですよね、ユーロ、カナダ。で両方とも準備しなくちゃいけないので、だからウェッジになってますよねと。
They don't know what to buy, they don't know what to sell. So what do? We wait for that to happen. All right, CAD yen, all right, going sideways here. All right, so a break to the north. We're going up here to 99.62. This is a good situation here. Now the danger with this thing is it's going. You can 62. This is a good situation here. Now the danger with this thing is it's going. You can see they need to square this thing up. Have they squared it up? No. That means there's no buyers. Why are there no buyers? Can everybody tell me why there's no buyers? Can you see what it is? It's this trend line. If they square that up, they break the trend line, which sends the telegraph message to everybody, we're going down.
カナダ円ですね。カナダ円今横ばいです。で、下に抜けてきたらトレンドラインあるんですけど、スクエアップキャンドルをスクエアップしてきたら、この下を狙っていきたいですよねと。ダイバージェンスもこの辺からありますし。
And they don't want to do that. So what are they telling us? What does the chart tell us? Are we going up or are we going down? Because it's a 240-minute chart inside a day chart trend. They're telling us we're trying to go up. We can't go down and square that thing up because to do so would be to send the wrong message. Blue lines are for 240. It's whatever you do, Herman. It's your chart. That's what I do in mine. My blue lines are the 240. I trade the 240. I love trading the 240 inside a day chart that's also up because both of the major trends are up. So we're a buyer. All right?
しかしそのスクラップしてきて、抜けてきたら下行くんですけど、この青い線っていうのは240分なんですよね。で、240分アップトレンドだし、ピンクのデイチャートもアップトレンドなので、売りたくはないよねと。スクラップしてきて跳ね返るのを待ちたいよねと。
Sideways. You have to think like a big boy and think, why would they do this? So, any movement to the downside is most likely a head fake. See the head fake right there? That was a head fake. They may break this now. See?
なので、下への動きっていうのはヘッドフェイクかもしれません。いや、このヒゲもそうですよね。フェイクしてきて、このまま上行くかもしれません。なので、すぐにはスクラップしないかもしれませんと。
So, we're looking to go up to this one, and we may get all the way up to the R7 here. Who knows? But there's a big opportunity here of 100 plus pips. So, you can see she's trying to do it right this second. Yeah. What do we got? We got a bear flag break. Let me take these off. That's old stuff now. When it's old, get rid of it. So it's no longer relative to the real estate of the day. And now, we just broke the bear flag. The bull flag, I should say. There's a bull flag. You don't see the bull flag, then you got bull flag. That's what you're going to do this afternoon. Go do 300 bull flags. All right. You didn't see it? All right. So we got a candle outside here right now. All right. As they're trying to move up. That's a breakout. What do they got to do? Break, hook, and go. Let's pop a set of fibs on this thing. See where she might be going. All right. That candle's not even over.
体へもう一回、今度は60分ですかね。見てますと。で、ブルフラッグが出てますよね。で、ブルフラッグ割ってきているので、TRB ですよね。今、ここ、まだ確定してないんですけど、結んでみました。じゃあ、どこまで行くのかなっていうことですよね。
You can see the 1270 fib extension is right up here where the R6 is.
R6 と 1.270 重なっています。マイナス 1.270 重なっています。
So, we're definitely interested in this trade, folks.
なので、これ非常に興味深いトレードですよねと。
Break, hook, and go. Well, we got the break. What are we looking for? A hook. Let's go down here to see if we already got the hook. We may have already had the hook down the smaller chart. Didn't really get it. They hooked to the 214, that's all. Wiped out on the 10-minute chart, folks. Printed in session. Going 55 tips.
白丸が10分チャートに出てます。ここから55ピップ見たいですよねと。
So this is a trade that if you decide to take it, which you could, not out of session yet, but be aware that you may be in this session, this trade for all afternoon if you take this trade. Right? Because they're going to run out of buyers pretty soon. Right? But
まあもうすぐロンドンが終わっちゃうので、ニューヨークの工場に入ってくるので、まあちょっと買い手が少なくなると思うんですけど、まあできなくはないですよねと。
And they're trying to do it right now, as you see. There's the 55 pip limit where they're going to take half their money off. So be aware of that because it's going to pull back there.
で、55ピップがあって、これっていうのは銀行員が狙ってくるところなんですよね、55ピップ。で、ここで彼らっていうのは半分取ります。半分利食いするので、こうプルバックしていきますよね。で、ここからまた買っていきたいねと。
So the smarter thing might be to just wait for them to go to 55 pips, pull back and take it here. Then the retracement will be behind you. And then you can take the trade up. Alright, those of you a little more aggressive, yeah, it's anyone ready right now.
なので、いい方法としては55ピップまで行くのを待って、下がってきてリトレースしてきたところから買いたいよねと。次のターゲットまで。まあ、アグレッシブな人は今からもう55ピップやってもいいですけどねと。
I'm not very aggressive. So.
I'm not very aggressive. スコットはそこまでアグレッシブじゃないよと。
Alright. New Zealand yen, we're in a big sideways move. It's a big box. Everybody can see the big box.
キウイ円はビッグボックス、大きなボックスの中に入ってますよねと。四角スクエアですね。
Here. Come on, draw. Bounce here makes a lot of sense. As they bounce, we're going to trade it up to the top of the bounce, out of the box. We're in an uptrend in the 240. We're in an uptrend on the day chart.
で、今240分だと、アップトレンド。デイチャートでもアップトレンド。なので、これ跳ね返ってきたら、この四角、ボックスの上まで取っていきたいよねと。
So we're primarily a buyer. See, this is what people don't understand. They say, well, it's an uptrend. Why did they come down? Why did they do that? That was a big move down, and they're in an uptrend in a 240 and an uptrend in a day chart. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? What do they got to find? Buyers. Buyers won't buy at the top. They had to first square this up. By the time we're here, they said, let's just go to the bottom and find all the buyers we can find.
240分アップトレンドだし、デイチャートアップトレンドなのになんで下がってきたんだよっていうことをよく初心者の方、勝てない方たちは言いますと。なんでかっていうと、何をじゃあ探してるのっていうと、買い手ですよね。で、このスクエアアップの長い緑のキャンドルありましたし、それをスクエアアップしてきたわけですと。でもいいや、じゃあ、このままボトムまで下げちゃおうってことで、こう、で、買い手を今見つけてるわけですよね。プロフェッショナルバイヤー、プロフェッショナルトレーダーっていうのは、この高いところでは買いません。やっぱこう戻ってきたところで買っていくわけですよねと。
Because we're trading in a box. So if we find the buyers, we want to be buyers up to the R4.
で、ここで跳ね返ってきたら R4 まで、R の4まで行きますよねと。
Right there. Big, huge trade right there. Alright. Pound New Zealand. Went to target this morning. Nice trade for those of you who made it and can make it. Alright. So, our target is up here and maybe all the way to the R7. Those are the two target areas right now. We need to square this candle up. Come down and square this candle up. This target's been taken out. So you can see our next target is right there.
ポンドキウイですね。これトレードアルト来てましたけども、今朝取れましたよねっていうことを言ってて、で、このキャンドルスクラップしなくちゃおかしくて、これで跳ね返ってきたらこの上のターゲットまで見ていきたいねと。
Alright, so if we get a bounce here, pulls back, squares the candle up, and bounces, you're going to take it. But this could be the top. Alright, so be aware of that. It could be the top because they still need to square this thing up down here. So if that's the top, you have to get the signal here to do it. Otherwise, it's coming out here. Alright.
その下までもあるかもしれないですよねと。
So we'll be interested in that if it does that. That's a square up. Silver, going sideways, nothing to do. What do you do with a dollar? Still selling a dollar with a white dot just showed up.
銀はすることなくて、ドルは売られていて白丸が出ていますと。で、今度ポンドフラン行きましょ
う。Inside a wedge. What do we do in a wedge? Nothing. Alright, we've got to wait till we get either the buy. I'd like to see the buy because we know I can see the tops right here. I'd like to see the buy, break up and go for that. Alright?
ポンドフランはすることなくて、ウェッジですよねと。なのでこれ上に上がってくる方がいいんですけどっていうことを言ってて、ターゲットが遠いからですね。まず上にブレイクしてきたらブレイクフック&ゴーで買っていきたいよねと。
Because we're in an uptrend. Alright? So I want to see that. Let's see what the structure shows us. And what do we got? We scrunch these up a little bit. Oh boy. We got a big 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5. Wow. 3 and 5 are the same. Notice inside each of these waves there are 5 moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See that? Coming down we have an ABC retracement. A, B, retracement. Then we do 5 waves to the upside inside the 5th wave. Alright, so we'll look for that. right there. Let's hope we get it. Talnazi, wow. What a sweet one that one was. For those of you who got that, that was one sweet trade from yesterday. Remember, we identified that trade yesterday morning. It didn't happen till today, but we identified it yesterday morning. Those who pay attention in session recap took that trade and got a bunch of pips. Right? How many took it yesterday? Remember, we identified that trade yesterday morning. It didn't happen till today, but we identified it yesterday morning.
ポンドオージーですね。素晴らしいトレードでした。素晴らしいトレードだったんですけど、まあ、どれくらいの人入れましたかと。これ、昨日僕たちやりましたよねと。で、今日やっとなりましたけど、昨日やってたことです。やってた人もいると思いますと。
Those who pay attention in session recap took that trade and got a bunch of pips. Right? How many?
セッションリーキャップで見てた人はいっぱい取れてましたよね。たくさんピップ取れてましたよねと。
How many took the trade? Because I didn't write it down. How many took the GA trade?
どれくらいの方がやりましたかと。
Anybody? Then nobody took it? Okay. Always tell us your pips, because we got to count them up. Right now we're looking at 65. Still nice job, Jake. 62. Okay.
結構皆さんやってますよね。70とか60とか65、65とか40とか結構皆さんやってるようです。
Alright. So, how about 60? Does that work for you guys? 60 good? Alright. We don't count the highs, we don't count the lows. Alright. So good job everybody. Way to go. Nice work. Alright. So now we can see we gotta square this thing up. Alright. So we got
まあ60ピップぐらいですよね、平均と。で、あとはスクエアップしてこなくちゃおかしいですねと。
gotta have a square up, we gotta have a retracement. Alright.
リトレースしてくるでしょうとね。
So we're gonna look for the retracement. And notice it's retracing. It's coming back down. We gotta square this candle up right here. So probably at the 382 we'll see the bounce to keep going. Alright. Maybe, maybe not. Nice job, Scott. Way to go. So if you wonder how these guys are doing it, we're going to open up our mentorship program on tomorrow, actually. It'll open up tomorrow for you. So Thursday and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday you got to be in, because we start Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We start our 3-day workshop. It's at 1:30 Eastern Time, so it works for people across the pond and for people on this side of the pond. And 1:30 about 4:35 each day for 3 days. It's a fire hose experience. We're going to shove the information down your brain. You'll not be able to grab it all, but you'll get 30% if you're lucky. All right? So, but you get the recordings and you get the notes. You also get to go through it as often as you want, as long as you're a Pro Chart subscriber. And then we're also in here half an hour before here every day, and then and then we do a live class every Monday night. We also paper trade 1 day a week, and we also trade the Asian. Right? It's going to be $29.97, David. And when you get you get 2 months of charts bundled inside that, and then you no longer pay for the live room. It's included, so you don't ever pay for the live room.
まあ今なんかメンターシッププログラムって言ってアメリカもやっぱりこう講師をやってくれる人っていうのを育てたいなっていうことをやっててまあすごく80万ぐらいするんですけど多分でその後正規版、正規会員ですよね。で PA 本部も僕らチャットマスターもすごくサポートをしていて、まあ毎週1回のセミナーとかいろいろやってるんですけど、アメリカの場合299ドルって言ってますね。なのでちょっと僕たちチャットマスターより少し高いんですけど、まあそれは全てこのウェブセミナーとかも含めてだよっていうことを言ってます。チャート代プラスあれですよね。ウェブセミナーとかを入れて299ドルだよっていうことを言ってますね。まああんまり関係ないんですけど、トレードとは。一応訳しましたけども、まあトレード見てもらいましょうね、続きを。
Alright, looking for the bounce on the 382. Alright, folks. That's it. I will see all of you tomorrow. Be careful. Let me post the fundies, so we get them on here. So otherwise, Chip will get mad. You didn't post the fundies at the left. There you go. So tomorrow morning, tonight, remember, New Zealand and Aussie are probably not going to move until that happens. All right, because they're waiting for big announcements there. I don't have green here. I just typed it in. I've pasted it into the chat. Okay. All right. So, I also noticed there's lots of stuff happening on the British pound in the London session. So be careful in the London session. 3:30 there's a manufacturing production announcement, and at 6 o'clock in the morning you have asset purchase and official bank rates. So, yeah, exactly. No, we don't get out. We never get out. Move or stop. Figure out the risk. What's the reward to the next one? Move the stop based on the risk. Remember? All about that. Move your stop. Protect your profit. Stay in. Accept the risk. All right. If you got another 60 pips to go, why would you click out? Move your stop. Protect 40 of it or whatever you got, and sit on it. Walk away. Walk away. You can't do anything about the trade anyway. You might as well walk away. Or either that or go get you some dogs and walk the dogs. Or take your significant other to lunch. Or whatever. Yeah, if you're trading with multiple, which you should be, right, you would take some position off and leave it in. No.
まあ今他の話してて、例えば、利食いはどうするのかと。で、いうことを言って、じゃあできればそのストップを上げていきたいよねっていうことを言ってて、じゃあ複数ポジションを持つのかっていうのは、まあ複数持った方がいいよね。買い増し、売り増しもした方がいいよねっていうことを今言ってますね。
The smart thing is you should never be trading with anything but multiple lots. Well, that's what your risk is. How much are you willing to risk? Okay. If you've identified that the trade, like for instance, if you're in the British pound right now and you've identified it's got to come down to here and square that up, that's your risk. All right. My reward is up here. Do I want to risk this much money that I got in profit? If I don't, if I don't want to do that, I'll put my stop right underneath the 214 because it can bounce in the 214 and go. All right. And I accept this much risk for that much reward. See? You never get 200 pips if you click them out. See? You got to figure it out. And there's no formula for it. It's what is it today? What am I willing to risk to get the extra 60 pips up there? See? That's it. And whatever that is what you're willing to risk. And it's different for everybody because their margin counts are different. Their ability to handle risk is different. So you figure it out and say, okay, I've got 50 pips in profit here. And if I risk 20, I'll move my stop and guarantee. If I risk 20 and it doesn't take me out, I'm going to make 60 of the upside. All right. But if it comes down, I still get 30. Then you make a decision whether that's good for you. See?
まあリスクリワードについてですね。例えばストップ20、リミット50でストップを30まで上げるのはあなたにとっていいのか悪いのか、そういう判断をもう個人でしていくしかないですよねっていうことを言ってます。
Right. Yeah. Okay. What's the technique of holding the trade? The technique is figuring out the risk. No matter what the question is, the technique is figuring out the risk. What's the risk? And then what are you willing to accept? And that's an individual thing. Right? For instance, I'm not willing to risk very much on this one. Why? Because I didn't take the target out here. Right? I didn't take the target out, so that's very viable. They could bounce another 214 and take the target out. See? So I wouldn't be willing to risk it down to here, even though I know they got to square it up to here because they may pop this up before they square up. See? So I'd be willing to risk, if I got in down here, I'd be willing to risk all that up below the 214. That would be guaranteed. Now if I had 3 lots on this or 6 lots on this, what I would do is I'd bank 4 of them and leave 2 of them on for that trade. It all depends on you, what you got in there. There's nothing that's here that says here's the formula. The formula, you are the formula. Just like the Holy Grail. You're looking for the Holy Grail?
まあ例えば4ロット持っていて上がってきたらストップを6ロット持ってたら4ロットストップ上げちゃってもうストップ上げるそうですよね。もう利食いをしちゃってあと2つを残しとくっていうことを言ってますね。
Let me tell you where it is. It's between your left ear and your right ear. That's where the Holy Grail is. Learn to be a trader. And you quit looking for that Holy Grail. Right? So everything is about what's the risk. Figure the risk out. Decide whether you can live with it. You can't. Don't click the trade out. Move your stop, and you may get it. And here's the deal. It's all about the psychology of trading. Everybody talks about the psychology of trading, but they don't understand how the psychology works. All right? If you limit this thing out right here, and it goes like this, this, and this, and you can't get in, and you come back and you missed all that, you go, daggone it, I missed 100 pips there. Who's responsible? You limit it out. All right? Now, if you put the stop down here, right here, the market wicks you out and takes it up to here, what can you do about it? Not a doggone thing because the market took you out. See? So you can't be mad. I protected what I could, the market took out, the market's always right.
まあ、ストップの置き方とかですよね。もうこれすべて心理学で皆さん心理学を分かってないんだよって言ってるんですけど、例えばここでリクっちゃった場合ですよね。てっぺんでリクって上まで行った場合、なんでここでリクわなきゃよかったよってことになりますよね。もっと上まで行ったじゃないかってなるんですけど、ストップをここにしてて一回戻ってきてストップにかかって、その後上まで行った場合、もうマーケットが正しくて、ストップ仕方ないかっていう考えになるはずなんですっていうことを言ってるわけですね。
Which one is the better psychological position? The last one.
で、どっちが心理的にいいポジションの持ち方かっていうと、やっぱストップにかかって納得できるっていうのがいい方なんですよね。リクイ、もったいないとかいうよりも、こっちの方がいいわけですよねと。ストップ仕方ないよね、相場が正しいよねみたいな考えの方がいいわけですよねと。
Well, if you limit out, you're the one who's responsible for missing 100 pips. See? All right, everybody. So, I will be seeing you soon. I don't know how that got down there. I'll see you tomorrow morning, and everybody be careful. All right.
はい、というわけで今日のセッションリキャップここまでです。まあ今日は結構長かったですね。そういう感じでした。で、画質ですね。画質は多分また良くなります。そういえば、画質良くする方法を思い出しました。また明日それでやってみたいと思いますのでよろしくお願いします。それではどうもありがとうございました。失礼します。